G'day, Finroo here, how you doing? Just going to start a brew day. I've just been over to see my mate Jared over at your shout in Linwood, and I thought, you know what, I might just brew today. So I'll see how I go anyway. What I've got here is I'm doing a brew, and I'm going to be using some golden syrup. So let's just quickly run through the mash bill. 4 kg of American pale malt, 400 grams of light crystal malt, 200 grams of brown malt, 200 grams of wheat malt. I'm also using styrene goldings, so I'm going to be using 10 grams of those hops at first wort, 80 minutes, 20 grams at 20 minutes, along with some Irish moss, about a teaspoon of that, and a bit of yeast nutrient. And then at 5 minutes I'm going to be putting in another 20 grams plus probably the golden syrup at 5 minutes as well. Although I haven't decided 100% yet, I may actually put it in at 10 minutes, because I remember rightly from at the Wigan Brewery it takes a bit of dissolving, so I may put it in at 10 minutes. So these are the grains, just about to go in. The strike water is just about up to temp. So normally I'll boil my brewing water first before I strike it in, but I'm trying to save a bit of time today. So I'm just going to bring it up to about 75 would be, yeah, 75 will be the strike water temp. I'll be underletting it to the bottom of the mash tun, and should be doing about, I'll do probably an 80 minute mash, I think, or maybe 60. Well, you know how I roll. So I've got the 2 packs of VS05. I haven't done the paperwork yet inside on the computer to decide what the details are for OG, FG and OG. Also, I'll be putting in a bit of some calcium sulfate, probably a teaspoon of that, and a teaspoon of calcium chloride, and hopefully that'll bring my mash pH down to 5.2. And so I've got a new pH meter here. If you guys remember, this is the same sort of one as I got first. So unfortunately the one I got to replace this one lasted for about, I guess probably a couple of years maybe, but it crapped out. I'll talk about that another time. So I'll get it all buffered up and ready, all buffed and ready to go. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. I better pour myself a beer before I start my brew day. I was talking to Jared at the brew shop about the possibilities of this, the sort of flavours that and he kind of, he won't want me to quote him on it, but he's kind of thinking that maybe beers like this Old Peculiar, and we also talked about, we wondered whether or not beers like Spotted Hen, Old Spotted Hen, and we both really like that beer. Yeah, mainstream beer, but very, very good ale, you know, really good supping stuff. So this will keep me hydrated for a while, and so I'll get on with it now, and I'll be updating as I go through the brew day and see how we go. So yeah, so hopefully I'm going to get a similar sort of caramel sort of flavour. I wouldn't have a clue how much I should use. I'm going to use the whole tin. I had a wee bit of a gizmo around last night on the computer, and it would appear that different things all over the place, different people saying different things, this, that and the other thing, and I really couldn't make head or tail of it. I wanted to give it a go, see what it's like, do something different, and then I'll know. I'll put the whole lot in. If it's too much, well, it's too much, you know. Cheers. Let's get on with the brew day. Oh, it's very nice. You see that? The water's coming down, just coming down that, straight out of that boil pot there, HLT, hot liquor tank, into my system, and just trickling down through there. Some of the holes aren't getting it. It's quite warm, 78 degrees, but by the time it hits that water, Right. yeah, so that's all it does. It'll just trickle away there, and it'll just carry on filling up that pot. So there you go. That's I just know, I can't tell you how many litres I put in there to sparge, because I just know that it comes to 30 mil. Actually, I could go just a little bit, tiny bit more. 30 for an 80-minute boil, which I will be doing. 30 mil.
Money into this bar that I own. He went bankrupt. Yeah, and she lost her money. Yeah. And yeah, anyway, that's don't tell anybody.
Okay, I've just put my the wet chiller in, and I'll put it in at 20 minutes so it sanitizes. And now, single-handedly, I'll put the 20 grams of Styrian hops, yeast nutrient, and a can of golden syrup. This is kind of a treacle, but it's a light treacle, right? You wonder what it is. So let's go. Let's just get it in here without any further ado. Now, I need to stir that up because it could quite possibly be just flicked to the bottom, clump at the bottom and not move. Be warned about that. So let's just get this on here. Get this in here. That's what I do. You see how I've got that these vice grips on here? That's how I work, right? You won't get your hands burnt. Coming out nice and clean. Pretty good. So that's that. So that's empty, that's clean. See? Clean as a whistle. And that. Right, now. Here's my pedal. Let's get this in here and start to get this down here. Just pull it out for a minute. I don't want it to clump at the bottom, you see. Oh, I forgot to do the yeast. Wing nut. I forgot to pitch the yeast. I've done that before too. Right, let's get this done. Put two in there. Put two in. Put two in. Right. So here we go. We're done. I've pitched the yeast. Whew. And just about 6 hours. Told Jared I'd be about 6 hours. It's been 5 hours and 48 minutes to finish. It's not too bad. I'm very tired. It is fine. Get my hydrometer out. He tries not to break it. See what the OG is. Fucking hell. just about bounces out of the frickin'. Ooh. So that's about 20 degrees, so that's going to be about right. It looks to me like 1050. I said 1056. So 1050. Yep, 1050, and the temperature is 19. So that's a good measurement. 1050. Can you see it? Hello, here we are about so did the brew last Wednesday, just finishing off this video last Wednesday, and so now it's Friday. I'll be posting this video tonight. Hope you're all doing really well. This brew seems to have gone really well. Cheers. Bit of Boundary Road here. Stolen base, very nice. Here we go. So I have measured this before. And I was surprised at the outcome, which if you can see it is temperature makes all the difference. It's okay, so it's 10:06. You can't see it, can you? You can't see it. 10:06. 10, which is really low. It might be 10:08. I'm not going to try and, doesn't matter, you just take my word for it. So 10, so what is going on with, so that's 10. Why am I getting such low readings at the moment? So I had a bit of an infection a few brews ago, and I've actually tasted this a couple of hours ago, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But it's got a very low final gravity. So I'm 100% sure there's no infection. So it's a good brew, good healthy brew. So why do I have such a low finishing gravity at 10:06? I'm picking that I have not been insulating my mash tun as well as I used to, and I'm picking that the very low mash temperature started off at well, actually start lower than I used to because of this underleating business I've been doing. So I used to consistently mash in and the temperature of the mash was 67 pretty much all the time. Now with this new system I've got, I'm 65, and it would appear, and at the same time I'm not using the insulation that I used to use, so it's my mashing temperature over the hour is dropping right down, and I'm just wondering if I am if there's some producing a lot more fermentable sugars, producing a lower gravity and a lower and a higher ABV. So that's something I'm going to look at, and how I'm going to test that is, and this is nice. I've tasted it. I poured myself half a glass and had a taste, and it's beautiful beer, and this is with the golden syrup. What the golden syrup's done to it, I'm not quite sure yet. We'll wait and see when it's been carved up. So that's what we've got. That's going to give me an alcohol percentage of this, the ABV of 6.1, and so that's pretty high for me. But anyway, it is what it is. And so what I'll do is, this is quite important. I might as well do it while I'm thinking about it and doing it. You guys can know this is pretty well munted. This is my insulation, so this goes inside the mash tun and sits on top of the on top of the mash to keep it really hot. And I think it's really important. And it used to keep my mash at a good, within about 1 or 2 degrees. So if I mashed in and had my thing at my work, my mash at 67, then by the time 80 minutes is up, I'll take it off and I'll still be about 65. But now without this, and with the added thing about the underletting, I'm getting a lower mash at 65, and without this, it's going down to below, well below 60, sort of 55, 54. So I'm picking there's something going on there, so we won't worry about it. There's no infection. It's going to be good. I'll fix this up. I'll stop underletting, and I'll go back to the old method of just tipping the stroke water in straight in, and we'll see what happens, and that'll be my next brew day. So interesting stuff about the way things work. So thanks very much for watching. Please please like and subscribe, and yeah, it's going to be a nice brew. Yeah, so it's all good. So I hope you guys are doing really well. Don't sweat the small stuff, and just be cool. So cheers. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.